Waking up slow with the sunrise glow. You and me together, it's the way to go. The world's still asleep, but we're wide awake. Coffee on the brew and a bowl to bake. Cove-TV's on, playing soft and sweet. Cannabis in the air, making life complete. We're chilling on the couch, no rush, no plans. Just the sunrise, you, me, and our favorite strands. It's you, me, and the sunrise. The perfect kind of day. With every little moment, I just wanna stay. Cannabis kisses in the morning, soft light. Wake and bake love, everything feels right. Cove-TV on, we're lost in the time. Just you, me, and the sunrise. Everything's divine. The sky's painted gold as we light it up. With every little puff, I can't get enough. You smile at me and the world's okay. In this quiet little corner, let's just drift away. Cannabis whispers, gentle and free. It's the language of love, just you and me. Cove-TV's vibing, playing all our jams. We're lost in the moment with no other plans. It's you, me, and the sunrise. The perfect kind of day. With every little moment, I just wanna stay. Cannabis kisses in the morning, soft light. Wake and bake love, everything feels right. Cove-TV on, we're lost in the time. Just you, me, and the sunrise. Everything's divine. We're caught in the sunrise, wrapped in a gold. With every little puff, I can't get enough. Cannabis dreams and Cove-TV's too. Just you, me, in the morning's glow. No rush, no hurry, no clocks inside. Just you, me, and the sunrise light. It's you, me, and the sunrise. The perfect kind of day. With every little moment, I just wanna stay. Just cannabis kisses in the morning, soft light. Wake and bake love, everything feels right. Cove-TV on, we're lost in the time. Just you, me, and the sunrise. Everything's divine. As the sun climbs higher and the world wakes up slow. We're here together, just letting it flow. Oh. Cannabis Cove in a love so true. You, me, and the sunrise, just me and you.
Sunday morning light softly shine through. We're wrapped up in the moment, just me and you. Coffee's brewing slow, the world's still at ease. Cove-TV's on, just the sun, us and the trees. Waking bake beside you, feeling so complete. With every gentle touch, our love so sweet. Cannabis in the air, lifting up our souls, taking it slow, letting the good vibes roll. You and me and the morning haze. Cove-TV's on in our lazy days. The first hit of the day sets our hearts ablaze. Wake and bake love in the soft sun's rays. Cannabis kisses, smoke rings in the air. Sunday mornings with you, nothing can compare. The warmth of your smile, the calm of the breeze. Our favorite strains whisper through the trees. Every puff we take, every song we hear. Cove-TV's playing and it all feels clear. A love so deep in this quiet place. With a bowl in hand we find our space. Cannabis and coffee in the morning light. Wake and bake together, everything feels right. You and me and the morning haze. Cove-TV's on in our lazy days. The first first hit of the day sets our hearts ablaze. We can make love in the soft sun's rays. Cannabis kisses, smoke rings in the air. Sunday mornings with you, nothing can compare. The world slows down just for a while. Cannabis dreams and your gentle smile. Cove TV playing our favorite shows. With every hit, our connection grows. It's the little moments, the quiet and the slow. In your eyes I see everything I need to know. You and me and the morning haze. Cove TV's on in our lazy days. The first hit of the day sets our hearts ablaze. We can make love in the soft sun's rays. Cannabis kisses, smoke rings in the air. Sunday mornings with you, nothing can compare. So here we are in our Sunday best. We can make mornings feeling so blessed. Cannabis love, Cove TV's glow. With you by my side, it's all I need to know.
Sun's rising slow, paint skies with gold. Coffee in hand, the stories unfold. This ain't just a show, it's where hearts align. A place to unwind, where peace we find. Cannabis drifts on the morning breeze, bringing calm to the mind, setting souls at ease. Together we gather, no need to pretend. The Cove's where the day and good vibes begin. Come on in, let the love unfold.
Come on in, let it unfold.
In the warmth of community, hearts turn gold.
Hearts turn gold.
The Cove is more than a show on display.
More than a show.
It's a place to belong, where we start the day.
We start the day.
So rise with the sun, let the blessings flow.
Let it flow.
With coffee and peace, we let the spirit grow. Some come to laugh, some come to share. Every story told shows someone's care. We lift each other, hand in hand. Through life's storms, together we stand. The circle's wide, there's room for all. No judgment here, just love's gentle call. Every morning's a chance to reset, renew, to breathe, to heal, and see life through. Come on in, let the love unfold.
Come on in, let it unfold.
In the warmth of community, hearts turn gold.
Hearts turn gold.
The Cove is more than a show on display.
More than a show.
It's a place to belong, where we start the day.
We start the day.
So rise with the sun, let the blessings flow.
Let it flow.
With coffee and peace, we let the spirit grow. It's where hearts connect.
Hearts connect.
Where hope is planted and love takes effect.
Love takes effect.
A sacred space where kindness flows.
Kindness flows.
And every soul finds a place to grow.
Let's grow.
Come on in, let the love unfold.
Come on in, let it unfold.
In the warmth of community, hearts turn cold.
Hearts turn gold.
The Cove is more than a show on display.
More than a show.
It's a place to belong where we start the day.
We start the day.
So rise with the sun, let the blessings flow.
Let it flow.
With coffee and peace, we let the spirit grow.
Good chillin' Sunday morning, everybody. What up, Man-Bear?
What up, Beans? How you doing this fine Sunday morning, man? I'm good.
Wonderful, dude. It's been a great morning so far. It's my mom's fucking birthday.
Happy birthday, Mama Beans. You made one hell of a sun up here, man.
Hey,
No offense, Justin. You're all right. That's for the snow job joke, Justin. I don't care, all right? You're all right. No, I'm just kidding. I love you both.
Good morning, Mindy. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Frank. What's going on?
Good morning, Ma. How are you, dear? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Good Sunday morning, Crystal. Hope you are well.
Good morning, Eliza. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, CJ. What's going on?
Good morning, Gary. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Kay. What's going on?
Good morning, Amber. How are you? I hope you're feeling better.
Yes, I hope you are well. What up, Bill? How's it going, Superman? Hope your Sunday started off well.
What has everybody got going on for their Sunday?
A little bit of waking, a little bit of baking, a little bit of working, a little bit of dabbing, a little bit of Mama Beans having a birthday. What's up with that? That's awesome. I hope, Mama Beans, you have a great day. You get some good dinner in you tonight, because that's the one thing I love about my birthday is I just make sure I get a good dinner, go out and eat something, you know? Yeah.
For real. All right, we'll play our Wake and Bake song. Let's go with this one. Cheers, everybody.
The sun's rising slow, casting gold on the sea. Palm trees swaying, just you, love, and me. We're waking up easy with the waves' soft song. Cannabis in the air where we both belong. Coffee in hand and the bowls packed tight. We're breathing in the morning in the soft sunlight. The ocean breeze whispers sweet and low. In our tropical hideaway we let the good vibes flow. It's a wake and bake morning in the warm sunrise. Cannabis dreams watching the day arise. Soft jazz playing in the tropical air. We're lost in the moment without a care. With every little toke and the sun's soft rays. It's you, me in the morning in a smoky haze. The sky's painted pink with a touch of blue. The island's waking up but it's just me and you. We light up the day with every gentle hit. Cannabis kisses, we're loving every bit. Cove-TV's humming, playing soft and sweet. We're lounging in the morning, feeling so complete. The sand's at our feet, the sun on our skin. In this quiet paradise where the day begins. It's a wake and bake morning in the warm sunrise. Cannabis dreams watching the day arise. Soft jazz playing in the tropical air. We're lost in the moment without a care. With every little toke and the sun's soft rays. It's you, me in the morning in a smoky haze. So let's stay right here, let's take it slow. With every hit we take, we let the love grow. The sun climbs higher, but we've got no rush. With cannabis and sunrise, it's just us. We're swinging in the hammock, watching the tide. With every breath we take, we're feeling alive. It's a wake and bake morning in the warm sunrise. Cannabis miss dreams, watching the day arise. Soft jazz playing in the tropical air. We're lost in the moment without a care. With every little token, the sun's soft rays. It's you, me in the morning in a smoky haze. So let's light it up, let the good times roll. Cannabis and sunshine soothing the soul. In our tropical paradise with you by my side. It's a wake and bake love in the morning tide.
Cheers, cheers, everybody. Good Sunday morning. What's everybody got going on for their Sunday? You work today, right, remember?
Yeah. Also, I'm trying to breathe. That's what my
Same,
Sunday
same.
about. Try to air with the lungs and the hey.
Yeah. I work here in a couple hours. Great day of hanging yesterday. That was a lot of fun. I got super ripped last night.
Oh my God, yeah. These
Like a
dabs,
lot.
man. I'm not used to dabbing again, man. I smoked most of my dabs in the last couple of days, but I don't care. I earned that shit.
I don't care. Yeah, we'll stay in history here. We'll 420 and stay in history and just kind of hang and tune it up. Listen to some tunage.
Tunage.
Tuna
Now I
fish
want tuna
kush.
fish sandwiches. Damn you.
Tuna fish kush. I don't know. That's what you had the one time.
I know. And Europe was like, no.
Nope. Hey, I got some of this anchovy OG. You want some of it? No.
And yet we can call anything skunk and everybody loves it.
Like sardine skunk.
No, I mean like lemon skunk, super
Lemon sardine skunk.
haze. Right? Yeah. Skunk apparently in the weed world is just a good name. You say it's skunk here, we're like, yeah. It's like saying sick when you're a skater. That's always a good word. It's never like, oh, you're sick. It's like sick.
Or there's got to be something like garbage can OG or something like that. Like just some super fucked up names and shit that you're like, I don't know if I want that one.
Cougar piss, stripper spit.
Cat piss.
There you go.
Piss.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I asked someone, but what are you smoking? He's like, stripper spit. I was like, you know what?
I think I'm good on that.
I think I'm good on that. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna pass this one on the next rotation. But I bet that shit's really good.
When you said that, I wanted a Sam Adams. Sorry.
It just the smoke from it just reeks like shame and disappointment.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Why does it smell like sweat and shame?
Right? I swear I was just out smoking a blunt with the boys. I swear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
We are 6 minutes out from 420. Make sure you're packing up, rolling up, heating up, grinding up, waking up, getting that coffee in up.
Yeah.
It's my mom's birthday. Make sure you drop a happy birthday. Well, I told her to pop in here in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Fun fact about that we'll dive into here after a bit. We got, again, this is in history. We'll do a morning speaker. We'll just kind of hang. Your Nanigans this morning, 9:13 Mountain Standard Time. That is 11:13 all you East Coasters. Don't miss out. That's always a good time.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
It's true.
And then Circoslot show this afternoon, 4 p.m. only on Circoslot page. Don't miss out on that. That's always a great time just kicking back and seeing what happens on a Sunday afternoon.
I'll try to race home from work. I can probably catch the end of Coffee show.
Usually I am getting home in enough time to like throw it up on and like check out what's going on while finishing it. You know, I usually got to get the stove relit, cleaned out.
So the other day I came up while I was on my way home. It's only because my wife threw me her data Wi-Fi. I was like, throw me your Wi-Fi. Well, let's fuck with them on the way home.
Yeah, I was surprised to see you. That was dope, though.
Yeah.
And then tonight at 9:13 p.m., it's the Europe away. You still got plenty of time. Make sure you go over and get your entry in correctly.
I really enjoy going up on the Europe away. Like, I know Europe's really busy, but I'm just sitting there smoking, talking to people, and fucking, yeah. And then, smoke song. Yeah, that one time, oh my God. The one time he spun like 4 smoke songs in a row, and after, He was like, right, I'm actually doing stuff. Right, we got to do stuff. Like, we're not just like it's not just the smoke break show. Although that would be a good idea, but
yeah, it should be a great day. I don't know. I love Sundays. It's very just kind of chilling and whatever happens.
Yeah.
So,
watched some good hockey last night. Freaking, Montreal lost.
I've been watching a lot of March Madness. Gators play today at 11. And so we'll see.
That's cool.
They won their last game. I want to say it was like 96-63.
Oh my God. It reminds me of one of my best games in high school. We played the grade 10 equivalent of Team Russia down in Kelowna in the Okanagan. And like, we actually had to go and stay at like people's houses down there and shit. Like the other team, like the other Kelowna basketball teams, like houses and shit. And like, yeah, it was pretty cool. We destroyed them. They had one play. They had like one or two plays, you know, when you just get kind of predictive, like they fake left, pass the ball right. So you just stick your hand out and grab it every time. And I'm like, okay. Yeah.
I was thinking like Luke Kuechly or like Ray Lewis, really good quarterbacking linebackers, ones who run their defense like they should. And it's like, dude, they'll read the quarterback's plays as he's coming out of the huddle. As they're lining up, they're like, oh, he's running this ball. Or, oh, I know exactly where he's passing this motherfucker.
Well, that's why it was always so good to watch like Junior Seau and those guys.
Yeah, for real.
Junior Seau, I know I bring him up a lot, but man, he hit hard, man. Like
Jerome Bettis was just talking about Junior Seau yesterday in his morning in his Pro Bowl speech or his Hall of Fame speech.
Yeah, he literally was just like getting hit by a brick wall, like a moving brick wall. Like you'd stop dead. He would stop guys dead, and they're like, "What happened?"
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I was. Jerome Bettis was talking about how they've had him and Junior Seau have had plenty of battles in the trenches.
Yeah. I love Bettis, man. He was such a good, you know, and he wanted to be a linebacker, didn't he? And the coach was like, nah, you're too short, pretty much, right?
I'm not sure, but possibly I could see it.
And then he was talking about one of his like coaches in the early days saying like, you know, you should be a tailback or whatever. And he's like, well, how much do they make? Like, all right, yeah, we're good. Yep, we're good.
Yeah. You know, people talk about like the defensive hits and stuff like that, and it's like, dude, some of those fucking running backs, when they lower their shoulder, I wouldn't want to be in the way of that shit. 2 minutes out, everybody.
You know, it feels really, really good to be back on a regular schedule. Yes. You know, we were getting like 1 day ahead of time schedule, 2 days, and now we're getting like a week at a time. So you can plan stuff out now. You know what I mean? Like,
I was just gonna say, it's much easier to plan shit out. Yeah. And have an idea of what's going on.
Yeah. Like I know I'm gonna be here for Token Tunes. I won't be working through that, but I will be late for Basement Brawl because I work till 6:30 my time. But I'll be there like pretty much when you guys start. Pretty much when you guys start the brawl, I'll be there. Yeah.
You're not gonna get any nucks anyway, so you're not like missing out on anything.
I don't know, man. The way my luck's going lately, I think this week might be my nuck luck night.
I almost got nucks last week. But almost doesn't count in Basement Brawl.
No, it doesn't. It only counted horseshoes, hand grenades, and turf wars. Didn't I win last turf war? Everybody. Pretty sure that I won the last turf war I was in.
I'm pretty sure I won the last turf wars.
Yeah, you don't count. You're in first place.
Hey, we are in first place.
I didn't say it. I said first place. Close. That was not even close. Mr. 19.
Mr. 19. Here we go, tab time. Here we go.
Any second now. There we go. Hey.
Cheers, everybody. Happy 420.
The morning light, it finds my face. A quiet moment, a sacred space. I roll it slow, let with smoke arise. A prayer sent out to open skies. Inhale exhale the pain, each breath a balm like a gentle rain. It's more than a ritual, it's how I feel whole. This isn't for escape, it's for my soul. I smoke for my soul to find my peace. A moment of grace where the worry cease. Each breath I take brings a healing light. I smoke for my soul, it feels so right. With every toke, I hear the call. A shared connection, uniting us all. From the Cove's embrace to this morning's glow, together we rise, together we grow. The herbs are blessing, the coffee's divine, a communion of hearts, a sacred time. Inhale the truth, let the spirit flow, for in this moment we truly know. I smoke for my soul to find my peace. A moment of grace where the worry cease. Each breath I take brings a healing light. I smoke for my soul, it feels so right. Sacred herb, this ancient gift, brings my heart a needed lift. In the smoke, my prayers ascend, a healing power that will never end. I smoke for my soul to find my peace. A moment of grace where the worry cease. Each breath I take brings a healing light. I smoke for my soul, it feels so right.
Such a dope song. Good morning,
Love it.
Vicki. How are you,
Morning.
dear? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Ooh, I forgot how much morning dabs really hit good. Ooh, they hit good. Oh yeah,
It's
they hit
good.
good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good. It's very good. Good. I like it a lot. It's very nice. It's very nice.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What do
Know
I
what I
have
mean,
for
bro?
news for this morning? Nothing, dude. I got a lot of nothing besides March Madness information.
Yeah. Canucks need to pull their socks up and get down to the last 15 or 16 games of the season. They need to at least clinch the wild spot or something because they need to start winning. St. Louis just beat them, and that was to go right ahead of them in the points standing. You need about
Did
90. Sorry, go
the
ahead.
Capitals beat Florida?
Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
stomped them. Like it was like 6-2. I think.
Ovechkin is less than 10 goals away from beating Wayne Gretzky's all-time.
Yeah, 7, and Crosby just beat the single season record that Gretzky had, I believe.
I know the other
I'm not
night.
happy about that.
The other night he scored his 888th goal. That was a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, yeah, because Gretzky's 895 and Ovechkin's 888, I think, or 889. But I don't think he scored last night. Whatever.
Hey, good morning, Brittany. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. We got this day in history coming up, and then
the Canucks are on a road trip right now, and they're going through New York. They're literally Jersey Monday. They just lost to New York, and then they got the Islanders, I think, on Wednesday. So they New York, New York, Jersey, New York.
fucking Roach is a big Rangers fan.
Yeah, I actually was. I was when Mark Messier was there. You know, Gretzky was there for a little while, not long.
Yeah.
That's when he was 93. He went number 93 for there, St. Louis, and fucking. I can't remember else.
Fun fact. So, if you were to take away all of the points, all of the goals Wayne Gretzky scored in assists alone, him and his brother will hold the record for the most points scored by a brother duo, or like a team duo or something like that. If you were to take away all of his goals, that's crazy. Just in assists alone.
I can't remember who it was. Was it Frank Thomas or one of these freaking home run hitters had the best ERA against these three pitchers that never struck him out. There was three pitchers that could never get like 3 strikes past him or just couldn't strike him out. And it was like Maddox and fucking 3 of the main guys from like the 2000s and 90s. And like, it wasn't Thomas, but it was another guy. And he literally hit off of every like all-star pitcher like with like 800 fucking batting average off of them. It was crazy.
All right, we'll play a quick song and then we will roll into this day in history, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday morning. Cheers, cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Golden sun, rise up slow. Coffee steam in the glow. Cannabis in the haze. Start our tropic days. Morning dew on the leaves. Coconut breeze in the trees. Roasting beans, smooth and dark. Lighting up a morning spark. Coffee cup to lips so high. Cannabis under azure sky. Warmth in every single ray. Tropic love in morning play. Birds sing a tender tune in the light of early June. Cannabis leaves sway in my coffee aroma running wild. Percussion rhythm so sweet. Sand warm beneath our feet. Cannabis whispers in the air. Coffee heartbeat softly share. Coffee cup to lips so high. Cannabis under azure sky. Warmth in every single ray. Tropic love in morning play. Percussion rhythm so sweet. Sand warm beneath our feet. Cannabis whispers in the air. Coffee heartbeat softly share. Coffee cup to lips so high. Cannabis under azure sky. Warmth in every single ray. Tropic love in morning play.
Such a dope song. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, I do have to get going. Man-Bear's got to get ready for work. I'm sorry, Miss Vicki Bowers. I love your This Day in History, but I will make sure I come back and watch all of them. Make sure you spread some love and positivity. Do something nice for yourself, something nice for a stranger, something nice for your friend. If I don't catch you this afternoon, I'll catch you tonight. If I don't catch you tonight, I will catch you tomorrow morning. I'll catch you morning. Catch you next day afternoon. I'll catch you Wednesday. I'll catch you Token Tunes. You all understood that.
Yep. Much love, Man-Bear.
Make some Man-Bear clouds for me while I'm at work. Love you, everybody.
Much love, brother. Have a good day. He heard me. I'm pretty sure he heard me. All right. Here we go, everybody. This day in history with the one and only Vicki Bowers of them all, y'all.
Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for March 23rd. March 23rd is the 82nd day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 83rd in leap years, with 283 days remaining to the end of the year. March 23rd is World Meteorological Day, established by the World Meteorological Organization. The World Meteorological Organization was founded in 1950 to replace the International Meteorological Association, which formed in 1873 as a forum for exchanging weather data and research. The first World Meteorological Day was held on March 23, 1961, and each year has a theme. Today's word is meteorology. Meteorology is a noun that refers to a science that deals with the atmosphere and its phenomena, especially with weather and weather forecasting, or the atmospheric phenomena and weather of a region. The word meteorology comes to us from French, Greek before that. First known use of the word meteorology is 1563, meteorology. And with that, Elisha Graves Otis lived in the 1800s. He was a pretty creative guy, but he struggled to make ends meet and support his family. He kept trying, though. In the early days, he worked on such devices as a turner that could turn spindles, a safety brake for trains, an automatic bread baking oven, before he had to move and start all over again with his young family in tow. Eventually, he ended up in an old abandoned sawmill that he was supposed to convert into a bedstead factory. Being an abandoned building, there was a bunch of junk and debris laying about, and he thought about how he could move all that from one level to another. Such a thing as a hoisting platform had been more or less invented before, but those tended to break unexpectedly, and he was not willing to take that chance. He and his sons developed their own safety elevator, and it worked well for them. When business at the bedstead factory declined, Mr. Otis decided to try to make an elevator company based on the success of his safety elevator that he and his sons had built. He got no orders for several months, but then the 1853 New York World's Fair came along. Mr. Otis shocked the audience when he gave the order to cut the only rope holding the platform upon which he was standing. An axeman cut the rope, and the platform fell only a few inches before coming to a stop. The safety locking mechanism had worked. After that World's Fair, his business took off with more and more orders every year as the safety elevator made it possible to build taller and taller buildings. He also developed various other devices that made it possible to transition the elevator between up and down and to quickly stop it. Okay, so this is all very interesting, but why are we talking about Elisha Graves Otis and his elevator business today? Well, it was on March 23rd, 1857, that Elisha Otis' first elevator was installed at 488 Broadway in New York City. Otis Elevator. This is the birthday of American singer, songwriter, guitarist, and producer Ric Ocasek, born March 23rd, 1944. Perhaps most remembered as vocalist and frontman for the rock band The Cars, he was very active in the music business. Ric Ocasek passed away in 2019 at the age of 75. Pakistan became the first Islamic republic in the world on March 23, 1956, and this is celebrated as Republic Day in Pakistan. NASA launched their first two-man spaceflight with Gus Grissom and John Young in Gemini 3 on March 23, 1965. In honor of the birthday of Ric Ocasek, today's song is Just What I Needed from the Cars' self-titled first album, recorded in February of 1978 and released in May of 1978. Just What I Needed reached number 27 on the Billboard Hot 100 and has become one of the band's most popular songs. Just What I Needed by The Cars. Link in the description. Today's quote is by the late boxing champion Muhammad Ali, who said, "Don't count the days, make the days count." Muhammad Ali. All righty. Take care, y'all. Be good to each other. I'll see you next time. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That playlist lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page. It's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
Much love, Vicki Bowers. Please make sure that you are following Vicki Bowers on all of the platforms that she mentioned, from Rumble and BitChute and Odyssey. And for real, Ma, in this day in history, my mom was born. Good morning, Chance. How are you, brother? I hope you're having a wonderful morning, man. Oh, where did it go? Good morning, Erica. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. I just gotta grab the link. Good morning, Mom. Happy birthday. We're going to play the song of the day, and then, well, y'all know what happens on birthdays. Try to anyway. And I got cool news after the song of the day. All right, here we go, everybody, with some of the Cars. This is such a great song. Such a great song. Cheers, everybody.
I don't mind you coming here, wasting all my time. 'Cause when you're standing oh so near, I kinda lose my mind. It's not the perfume that you wear, it's not the ribbons in your hair. I don't mind you coming here and wasting all my time. Deep, yeah. You always knew to wear it well, and you look so fancy, I can tell. I don't mind you hanging out and talking in your sleep. I guess you're just what I needed. That's what I needed. I needed someone to feed. I guess you're just what I needed. That's what I needed. I needed someone to please. I don't mind you coming
That's such a great song. That's such a great song. All right, everybody. Oop, I don't like that. I'm going to go like that. And then we're going to go like that. So we're going to play the birthday game for my mom. Fun fact. My mom will be the first person to play her second annual birthday game. She played last year on this day, and she will now be the first one to play again. All right, everybody. We got 60 seconds on the clock to see how many happy birthdays we can get my mom. Let's go. We'll drop let's go, Mama Beans. And I'll start the timer. We'll have 60 seconds. Get as many comments as you can. Typos are fine. I don't give a shit about any of that. As long as it's birthday related. It's got to be one comment at a time. No, a bunch of them in one comment. So only counts as one. I got to be able to count them. All right. Is everybody ready? We're going to go with a yes, Mom. Any happy birthdays to yourself or thank yous, I will count. So you play too, if you want. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's go, Mom. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful birthday. And thank you for birthing me. I appreciate the life that you've given me. It's been pretty dope, and I do appreciate the fuck out of it. Let's go, birthdays. Let's go. Here we go, birthday. Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Let's go. Get those birthdays in. And if you have not went and wished my mother a happy birthday on the Cove page, absolutely go and do that. I did put a post up. So if anybody has any issues trying to find my mom's page, something like that, I will be there. Yeah. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. Let's get our sunrise back. Oh. Oh. All right. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's go, Mama Beans. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. 70. That's pretty good for a morning show. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Hey, that's over. That's 100 altogether. Oh, dang, CJ, they got you for too many comments. They got Amber for too many comments on the YouTube side. Happy birthday, Mom. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful birthday. And it's crazy. My mom is the first one to play her second birthday game. Wow. All right, we'll play a song and we'll figure out what we're doing next. Cheers, cheers, everybody.
Sunrise glow so gentle, bright. Coffee cup, my heart's delight. Cannabis mist in the air. Friends we share this morning fare. Tropical breeze whispers low. We sip slow, feel the flow. Hands we hold, a peaceful beat. Life is sweet where hearts do meet. Sunday morning, pure and free. Church bell rings in harmony. Coffee warm and glowing sun. Cannabis dreams, we've just begun. Gospel tunes we softly hum. Joyful hearts and beating drums. Tropical skies wide and grand. Together we all understand. Peaceful shorebirds take to flight. Nature paints a pure delight. Friends and laughter fill the space. In this soft and sacred place. Cannabis calm and subtle grace. Coffee warmth in our embrace. Hands circle dreams in morning light. Sunday sunrise pure and bright. Gospel tunes we softly hum. Church bell rings in harmony. Coffee warm and glowing sun. Cannabis dreams, we've just begun.
Good morning, Boxman. How are you, brother? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. So I'm looking for morning speaker stuff. I just came across this deal. So out of the 25 plus million NCAA brackets that were filled out, there are 3 brackets left that are not broken. 3.
Sunrise through the palm trees, cup of coffee in my hand. Warm breeze whispers gently in this simple morning land. Smooth coffee scent rising, dark roast in my cup. Take a sip, refreshing, just can't get enough. Coffee and cannabis in the Sunday air. Feeling so righteous, not a single care. Cannabis in the garden, leaves so green and bright. Smooth waves in the distance, life feels so right. Coffee grounds on the table, sugar and some cream. Rolling up the green leaves in this peaceful dream. Coffee and cannabis in the Sunday air. Feeling so righteous, not a single care. Cannabis in the garden, leaves so green and bright. Smooth waves in the distance, life feels so right. Coffee grounds on the table,
sugar and some cream, rolling up the green leaves in this peaceful dream.
Cheers, everybody. I hope everybody's having an incredible Sunday morning. One second. All right, let's dive into our morning speaker. We'll do a Dr. K this morning. All right, here we go.
Today, I'm going to teach you why you should be less motivated and how to achieve less motivation. Now, this may sound insane because you're sitting there telling me, but hey, Dr. K, I'm actually not motivated enough. My life suffers from a lack of motivation. All I do is sit at home all day, or I want to go to the gym, or I want to eat healthy, or I want to work harder at work.
Good morning, Dad. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. We're just hanging out doing our morning speaker. Love you, Dad.
Wish I could study harder, but I'm just not motivated enough to do it. And I would actually argue that the problem isn't that you're not motivated enough. The problem is that you are too motivated in the wrong direction. So let's take the case of you sitting at home and doing nothing. So if you sort of think about it, as you try to go and do something, there are very powerful forces for you to overcome for you to do something, right? You really have to try hard to extract yourself from the computer or TV or whatever. You have to really try extra hard to go to this extra study session or go to office hours with your professor. So if we really look at it, doing things in life requires extra effort. And now you may think that's because I'm not motivated, but if you really pause and think about it, you're highly motivated to continue doing what you're doing. There's a part of your brain that is telling you, hey, we don't want to do that. We actually really want to stay here and watch one more episode of whatever we happen to be binging at the time, or queue up for one more video game. Or as you struggle to find the motivation to stop using social media, there's a part of your brain that's like, no, my friend, we are not going to stop. We're actually highly motivated to continue doing what we're doing. Let's take a quick look at the neuroscience and see if this kind of pans out, because it absolutely does. In order to understand how to become less motivated, and these are the bad motivations that we have, we've got to start by understanding the neuroscience of motivation. Motivation comes from the nucleus accumbens of our brain. The nucleus accumbens governs reward, behavioral reinforcement, and motivation. So basically the way this works is I try something, and depending on how pleasurable it is, I get a spurt of dopamine in my nucleus accumbens. If my nucleus accumbens get some dopamine, it says, okay, this thing feels good. It feels pleasurable. Therefore, let us reinforce the behavior. And if we stop and think about what does behavioral reinforcement mean, it basically means motivate to do it again, right? So if I play a particular video game and I have lots of fun, I will get a lot of dopamine and then I will be motivated to play it again. The other important part of the nucleus accumbens is that it is also very sensitive to pain. So not only does it help us seek pleasure, it also is very, very sensitive to avoiding pain. And this is exactly why we're highly motivated to do nothing, right? So if there's a task that you're procrastinating on, like, hey, I need to email my professor for an extension, you're concerned that the professor may think something bad about you, may say no, that you may really be screwed. And in the avoidance of that pain, your nucleus accumbens is like, whoa, 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 buddy. Why would you engage in that conversation that could end badly when we can queue up for another game, right? And then we can get that dopamine and it's totally fine. And so if we think about our internal struggle to do the things that you should do instead of doing the things that you're motivated to do, what we find is that it comes down to the nucleus accumbens. Now, how do we break free of this? How do we actually decrease our motivation? Now, this is what's really cool. There's another source of happiness in our brain that's referred to by the term eudaimonics. So when you kind of think about happiness, there's two terms that kind of come up, and they come from different parts of the brain. The first is hedonics. So this is pleasure. This comes from the nucleus accumbens, and this is like, pleasure seeking, like games are fun, booze is fun, pot is fun, dancing is fun, sex is fun, like all this stuff is fun, right? It's pleasurable. But then if we look at happiness and contentment, this is actually governed by a completely different part of the brain. This is what we call eudaimonics, and it's governed by this part called the insula. And the primary neurotransmitter involved is also serotonin. So we've got kind of the dopamine system and we've got the serotonin system. Now, the interesting thing about eudaimonics is the subjective experience of eudaimonics is that you're kind of chill, you're vibing, you're content. You feel generally happy with life. Now, the really interesting thing is that these two things are antagonistic. So if you look at someone who's highly dopaminergic and their life is governed by the nucleus accumbens, they have very powerful motivations. Oh my God, I need to get up and I need to hop on the computer. I need to hop on my phone. I need to use technology. I need to do this thing a lot. And then generally speaking, if you ask them, how content are you in life? How happy are you in life? They will say low. Now, if we flip it around and we take someone who is highly eudaimonic and we ask them, what's your life like? They kind of wake up and they're sort of chilling. They're kind of vibing. They're like, life is good. And then if you ask them, what do you want to do today? They'll be like, whatever you want to do is fine. Their brain is not sort of honing in on, I need this pleasure, I need to avoid this pain. People who are highly eudaimonic are also more resilient. Like we said, it kind of relates somewhat to serotonin. And what we understand is that boosting serotonin signals in the brain will improve things like depression and anxiety. So if we sort of think about someone who's eudaimonic and kind of chilling and content, they're less depressed, they're less anxious, and they're kind of going about living their day. And so now what we really need to do is understand, okay, how do we make this shift from hedonics in the nucleus accumbens to eudaimonics and sort of being generally content? Now, this is where, thankfully, we've got a really, really, really good technique that comes from yoga. So a couple thousand years ago, you had a group of yogis and monks and people like that, right? And you have all these people like, who will talk about how meditation makes them happier and more content and boosts willpower. How does that work? What the yogis basically figured out is that the attachment to pleasure and the avoidance of pain come hand in hand. If I'm going to get a lot of pride from a success, I'm also opening myself up to devastation from failure. And so what the yogis decided that we're going to do is we're going to detach from all of that crap. We're going to separate ourselves from the hedonics. And then what happened when they started doing these yogic practices? They became more eudaimonic. They started to become more content. And as they got better and better at that, they even attained states called enlightenment, which is a period of sort of persistent happiness and contentment. And you may sort of wonder, like, how is that possible? It's because their eudaimonics are through the roof. They're kind of chilling, vibing with whatever happens. So how do we make this shift? So the yogis give us a couple of good tips. The first is that they used to do practices like fasting or the deprivation of positive stimuli. Now, this is where we misunderstand really what the benefit of this is. When people do things like fasting, we think it's about willpower. It's not actually about willpower. It's about observing your life in the absence of a pleasurable thing. So let me give you all an example. So when I was in an ashram, right? So when I first went to study yoga, the food there sucked, right? So it's like ashram food. It's like monastery food. It's the same kind of gruel. I was actually nauseous. I could barely choke it down. And I longed for the foods that I wanted. The nucleus accumbens of my brain that wants that dopamine from that double fisting of a beer in one hand and a Coke in the other and a slab of pizza in front of me is like, oh my God, I don't want to eat this rice gruel day after day after day after day. This sucks so much. And then as I continued with the deprivation, I wasn't starving myself or anything. I started to realize, oh, actually, like I can actually find happiness despite the fact that I don't get my material desires fulfilled. After a week goes by, after 2 weeks go by, I'm kind of like, this is okay. So one thing that you can do is abstain from some kind of pleasurable thing. Now, the goal of this abstinence isn't to actually boost your willpower, although that can happen. The goal of this abstinence is for you to pay attention to what happens to your sense of contentment. Is your life absolutely miserable without a slice of pizza or without beer or without marijuana? You may experience all kinds of negative things, but really pay attention to that and start to see what happens to your life when you deprive yourself of this thing. Now, what's going on in the brain when you do this? What's going on is that we are not feeding the nucleus accumbens. Because remember, when the nucleus accumbens get something pleasurable, spurt of dopamine, behavioral reinforcement, stronger motivation the next day. So we're sort of quieting down the nucleus accumbens. Now, the problem with that technique is that it's pretty tough, but I would recommend, giving something up that you find somewhat pleasurable, but like is not going to be life-changing. So in my case, I gave up ice cream for 10 years, and that worked really, really well. It was awesome, really helped me a lot. Next thing, I know, 10 years, right? Honestly, it's not that bad. That's the whole fucking point of the exercise. You do it for a while, you're like, hey, this ain't so bad. I can live totally fine, and I can be completely happy. Some of the best years of my life were outside of one of my favorite things. Second thing that we can do is dissect pleasure. Now, this is the key thing that they sort of understood that we miss out a lot in life. So right now, everyone is all for avoiding pain, right? Because pain sucks and that's bad. And we don't want to embrace pain. We don't want to fast. We don't want to deprive ourselves of anything. You see your nucleus accumbens? It's like, no. We're highly motivated to not give up ice cream. Don't take that pleasure away from me. And it's going to drive you. You see that motivational pull? It's happening right now. I don't want to give anything up, which is fine. You don't have to. So this is the cool thing. You can not only embrace the negative, but you can also detach from the positive. Now, this may be where, once again, your nucleus accumbens is freaking out. Does this mean he's going to tell me, like, I shouldn't do fun things? No. I said detach from, not abstain from. So what does it mean to detach from the positive? What this means is to dissect your pleasure, right? Observe your pleasure from the outside. So as you eat a slice of pizza or have some ice cream, take a look at what's going on inside you. Where in my body does this pleasure come from? Now, what you'll find is that as you start to observe and dissect your pleasure, the thing will become less pleasurable. So I'll give you all just a simple example. Back in the day, before I went on my monk training, I was 19 years old. I was in my college dorm and I was living a hedonistic, glorious lifestyle. I would order fried rice 2 pounds at a time to save on delivery charges. And I would just gorge myself on soda and fried rice for 24-hour gaming binges while I was playing Diablo. And man, I was completely unconscious, but it was just some sort of orgasmic gaming degenerate experience. No awareness and so hedonic. And it ruined my life. Instead, what I want y'all to do is just dissect it, right? So just pay attention to what about this is fun. And what you'll discover is that the less aware you are, the more lost you are in the stuff, the more hedonic reinforcement you'll get. So as you observe pleasurable things, instead of get lost in them, the pleasure you receive from them will start to decrease a little bit. But the cool thing is that as you decrease that pleasure, your eudaimonics will actually increase. So what we know from studies of mindfulness is that when we do any activity mindfully, our nucleus accumbens gets less activity. It's less painful, right? So we'll use this for mindfulness for things like cancer-related pain. So it reduces the pain we experience, and it even reduces the hedonic pleasure we experience. But what it does is it boosts our contentment. So this is exactly what we want to do, and the yogis have given us an answer, which is to dissect the pleasure. Just observe it. As much pleasure you want to engage in, go for it, but just observe where the pleasure comes from, and it'll blunt that nucleus accumbens response. The last thing that I want to leave y'all with is sort of this core understanding that the yogis came to, that motivation is a bad thing. So I want y'all to think about this for a second. The more motivated you are, the harder it is to make a choice. Because if we think about what is motivation, I'm motivated, I'm driven, right? So we'll even use the word I'm driven to whatever because I'm highly motivated. So if you sort of think about it, who's in control when you're
Oh shit! What up, Ammo? How are you, brother? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Good, happy birthday, Sarah. That's fucking dope. It's my mom's birthday too. Y'all share our birthdays, birthday twins. We're just hanging out doing our morning speaker. We're doing a Dr. K this morning. It's been a pretty damn good one so far.
highly motivated. I've worked with CEOs who are so motivated to work really hard, they've gotten married and divorced 3 separate times. I've literally had to take patients who had eating disorders who were so motivated to avoid food that they had to be strapped into a hospital bed and hooked up with IVs so they don't have heart arrhythmias and die. This is the power of motivation. But when we get highly motivated, we lose all control. So the crazy thing is that as you move away from motivation, what you start to get in return is choice. And now I want y'all to think back to a time where you just had a good day, where you woke up in the morning and you weren't particularly motivated. Now, we're not talking about motivated to sit down and start playing games like the first thing when you wake up. We're talking about truly content. And then you can kind of do whatever you want to that day. If someone suggests, hey, do you want to go for a hike? And you're like, yeah, that's fine. I can do that. Or you can wake up and you're feeling relatively content. You're like, let me just go ahead and take care of this work. And there isn't this internal struggle. So the crazy thing that the yogis ended up discovering is that motivation and choice are also antagonistic. And the more that you boost your insula, the more that your serotonin signal increases, the more eudaimonic you become, the more freedom you have in life. That contentment and freedom actually come hand in hand. So I know it sounds bizarre, and I know that y'all think you struggle with motivation, and you do struggle with motivation. But the problem isn't that you have too little, it's that you have too much, and it's in the wrong direction. So free yourself of that motivation and start to make the right choices in life. One last thing that I want to share with y'all is how we leverage this principle of eudaimonics in our coaching program. When I was designing the program, I started to look into research about what helped people feel content and what allowed them to flourish. And it turns out that this experience of flourishing and contentment, and also motivation, not really motivation, but freedom of choice, really comes to things like discovering a life purpose. If you look at the science of what activates the insula and what boosts that serotonin, it is things like discovering a purpose in life. And the cool thing is that's what our coaching program really tries to focus on. It helps you sort of understand yourself, understand your direction, and help you go there. And the really cool thing is that what we find is that as we increase that purpose, depression and anxiety start to come down. The hedonistic dependence neuroscientifically starts to kind of come down as we start to build on that purpose. Now, the reason I built this is because what I noticed as a psychiatrist is that we were focused so much on the depression and anxiety that we were completely ignoring the eudaimonic side of things. And it turns out that leaning into that substantially improves people's lives. So if y'all are interested, check it out. If you're not, by all means, do the practices that we shared with y'all today around dissecting pleasure and avoiding some amount of pleasure as well. Hey, y'all, if you're interested in applying some of the principles that we share to actually create change in your life, check out Dr. K's Guide to Mental Health. It combines over 2 decades of my experience of both being a monk and a psychiatrist and distills all of the most important things I've learned into a choose your own adventure format. So check out the link in the bio and start your journey today.
And that was great. Definitely check out Healthy Gamer GG. It's so great. Dr. K is always so on point. I like how he kind of worded that on. It's not that you're not motivated. You're just motivated. Like I get it for real. And I guess it makes sense. Like when you wake up and you're like, yeah, it's gonna be a fucking great day. We're gonna get shit done. I don't know. It doesn't feel like necessarily motivation. It just feels like good moodage. Yeah. All right, let's go. What else we got? Let's go with this one. Cheers, everybody.
It's Sunday morning, sweet and slow. The coffee's brewing, let the good vibes flow. Friends are gathered, hearts are light. Cannabis sparks, morning feels just right.
The sun is shining, the cove's alive, sharing laughter as the moments arrive. Every smile, every story we know makes Sunday mornings
sweet and slow, sweet and slow, the way Sundays go.
Oh, sweet and slow.
Pass the peace and the coffee, let the good times grow.
Sweet and slow.
In the Cove we gather, in the light of the day. With love and laughter, we find our way.
The air is hazy, the green burns bright.
Coffee warms hands in the morning light.
Conversations flow like the ocean tide. We're all connected, no need to hide. The choir hums, the rhythm sways. Joy fills the cove in endless ways.
Every soul finds a place to grow. On Sunday morning, sweet and slow, sweet and slow, the way Sundays go.
Oh, sweet and slow.
Pass the peace and the coffee, let the good times grow.
Ooh.
Sweet and slow. In the Cove we gather, in the light of the day. With love and laughter, we find our way.
Sweet and slow, let it flow.
Feel the love, let it show.
In the Cove we'll roam right.
Sunday morning has begun. Hallelujah for the day. Sweet and slow, let's light the way. On a Sunday morn, the sky's so clear, the Cove awakens, peace draws near. The herbs inhale, the day begins. Inhale the good, exhale your sins. The sunlight kisses every leaf. A gentle toke brings calm relief. Through every puff, the soul set free. Ganja embracing harmony. Inhale, exhale, amen, here we stand. With every puff we understand. The Cove is calling, let peace begin. Inhale, exhale, amen, and breathe it in. Inhale, exhale, let joy unfold. Stories shared, connections bold. Lift each other, find strength again. Inhale, exhale, amen. The morning glow, soft waves roll by. In every breath we reach the sky. Sunday's a blessing, a gift to embrace. We slow things down, move at love's pace. Goals are passed with care, with trust. In the Cove we do what we must. The herb unites, as laughter flows. Through sacred clouds the spirit grows. Inhale, exhale, amen, here we stand. With every puff we understand. The Cove is calling, let peace begin. Inhale, exhale, amen, and breathe it in. Inhale, exhale, let joy unfold. Stories shared, connections bold. Lift each other, find strength again. Inhale, exhale, amen. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and here we stand. A Sunday morning wrapped in gold, with every taupe, new stories told. The herb brings peace to hearts in need, a soulful moment, love's gentle creed. In the cove with ganja in hand, together we rise, together we stand. No rush, no fear, just space to be. Inhale, exhale, serenity. Inhale, exhale, amen, here we stand. With every puff we understand. The cove is calling, let peace begin. Inhale, exhale, amen, and breathe it. Inhale, exhale, let joy unfold. Stories shared, connections bold. Lift each other, find strength again. Inhale, exhale, amen. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, amen, here we stand.
Oh, that one got me good. Jeez. All right, everybody. I think it's about that time. Go ahead and say our farewells. Smoke one more. Call it a morning show. It's been a dope-ass Sunday morning. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Great this day in history. Great song of the day. Dope-ass Dr. K today. He was pretty on point today. And as always, great Sunday morning music. Yeah. I am off to work here in a bit. But I hope everybody still pops into the Shenanigans. It's 11:13 Eastern Standard Time for all you East Coasters. And then you got Sir Costellot's show this afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss out. And then the Yerp Away tonight at 11:13 Eastern Standard Time. So you still got time. Make sure you go get your entry in. Depending on what time I get off work, I might pop up on the Costa show. I'm not sure. Sundays are always a toss-up. So if I don't see you guys anymore today, though, I'll definitely see you tomorrow morning. Cove-TV morning show. Please make sure you're following everybody on the Cove team. Make sure you're following the one and only Sir Copselot. Much love, Brother Copsy. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Please make sure you're following the one and only Europe Entertainment. Reach out on those mystery Rig Street boxes. They are so dope. Ask anybody who's got one of the, any of the Rig Street rigs, and they are huge fans. And if anybody has any questions on that, please reach out. We can help you out. We can get it figured out. Make sure you're following Man-Bear. I hope he has a wonderful day at work. He's off to work today, too. Make sure you're following the one and only Mad Productions. I think this is his last day with the fam in Chattanooga, and then they'll be coming home. So I hope he had a wonderful weekend, and drive safe, brother. And make sure you're following the one and only Dabber Chick. I'm sure you'll see her popping around today at some point here and there and everywhere. Dabber Chick show every Wednesday. Don't miss out. 10 a.m. Yeah, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is 1 p.m. for all you East Coasters. With that being said, I hope you all have a dope-ass, wonderful rest of your day. Thank you to all of the Cove TV subscribers who help support the Cove. Cove TV is brought to you by viewers like yourself. Happy birthday to my mama. Much love, Mom. Happy birthday, Sarah. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Much love, everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Cheers, cheers.
Hey, you, yeah, you, that spark in your eyes. I see you shining bright like the morning sky. That's got its ups and downs, its twists and turns, but every step you take is a lesson learned. When the road gets rough and you feel unsure, just know you're a fighter, you're meant to endure. Beanz is here to say you're doing just fine. You got the heart, the strength, you've got the shine. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful feels heavy and the path seems long, remember you're built to be tough and strong. You're a rock star, a warrior, no need to pretend. You got the grit and the heart to the very end. So go out and conquer whatever comes your way. Beanz knows you've got this every single day. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. When the world feels heavy and you're feeling low, just take a deep breath and let that strength show. You're not just surviving, you're living out loud. Be proud of who you are, stand tall and be proud. Life's just a test of how far you've come. You're shining like the brightest sun. So keep your head high, let the worries fade. Beanz is cheering you on every step of the way. You have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. Hey you, yeah, you're gonna be okay. Beanz believes in you each and every day. So go out there, shine, let nothing get in your way. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Much love, everybody. Catch you guys later, or when I see you. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for everything, for real, always.